Are you ready? Can Crushers. It don't really get no better than this the podcast that you're looking for if you're really heavy into wrestling. Hosted by the Mark. Energy that's so amazing. Gotta keep it entertaining. Rep the Can Crusher Nation. Yeah, you know what's going down in the ring. Lights out when you hit a ding ding. Knock 'em out like boom bada bing. Hold it down, you can crown me the king. Got a shout out to the Miz and Duke the Dumpster. We choke slamming everybody. Power driving, hit 'em with a face buster. Yeah, this the show you need and it ain't no need for waiting. Mark, hold it down for the Can Crusher Nation. All about wrestling and keep it entertaining. Can Crushers Wrestling Podcast. Time to break 'em, let's go. Yeah, Can Crushers. Yeah, Can Crushers. Let's go.
Hi everyone, this is Ringside Rain and you're listening to Can Crushers Podcast. And now, here is your host, Mark Martinez.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Can Crushers Spotlight. I am your host, as Ringside Rain said, Mark Martinez. The Spotlights have been on a little bit of a hiatus, but we are back. We are back. Look out. Shady's back. I don't know. This is all going downhill right now because you know how things work on Can Crushers. But I am so excited to be back for the Spotlights. And just to get set, we're going international coming back, baby. We're heading all the way over to Germany as my guest, Jacky Go, will be on the show. I'm rhyming way too much, Mark, in the intro. But that's all right. That's the way Can Crushers works. So we'll be talking to Jacky Go. I want to know all about wrestling in Germany. She does come to the States a lot. We were going to hook up in the States and kind of talk, but things came and got a little bit awry. So 6 hours difference. We're wrapping it up, and we're going to have Jacky Go come on the show to talk professional wrestling. I need to stop that. But, of course, we need to take care of the bills first, guys. Collar and elbow, hats, hoodies, tees, all the cool stuff that Al Snow and his hooligans have at Collar and Elbow. Buy it all up. New merch coming soon. Just to let you know that. New merch coming soon. After you get everything bought up, there's going to be a place for a promo code. That's where you type in Can Crushers. Capital C in Can, capital C in Crushers, and you will save yourself 10% off. Don't forget, in the show notes, we have that WWE affiliate code, and we're very transparent on the show. Sometimes you get a discount, sometimes you don't, okay? But it does help benefit the show. So if you're listening to Can Crushers and you want to know how you want to support us, that's a great way because you know you're going to buy the new Cody shirt or the new OTC shirt or something like that for Christmas, which is right around the corner. If you use that link, you'll support Can Crushers, and we thank you. Don't forget, we have our own merch over at CrowdMade. So if you go to CrowdMade's website and type in Can Crushers, you'll see shirts, hoodies, tanks, all that type of stuff there that you can buy up as well. So if you're at an indie show, AEW, WWE, wherever you're going to watch wrestling and you want to rep one of the coolest shirts out there, Can Crushers has it for you. Guys, you guys know that I am a very early person, an early riser, as they say. I live off of Dubby. I really do. I take 2 scoops of the powder every morning, drink it, and it keeps me rocking and rolling until late into the evening. So it's really cool. There's no crash, there's no calories, there's no carbonation, which I've cut a lot of carbonation out of my life, which is amazing within itself. So I'm so happy to tell you about W. W Energy is great. There's a ton of different flavors out there. You know I'm an old soul. I like to stick and stay with what I love. Beach and Peach is my go-to. It's a phenomenal taste. It doesn't get gritty. It shakes up great in the shaker. It's an unbelievable energy drink. As I said, anything in the can does not hold up to it. So make sure you try W if you're into drinks like that. We have a promo code for that as well. It's Can Crushers. Imagine that. It'll save you 10% off of any order. including the sample pack. You usually don't get a lot of discounts on like sample packs. If you buy, believe it's a $20 sample pack, you get a couple different flavors. You get the shaker to try it out to see how you like it. And then, 10% off anything is great. So make sure you check it out. Guys, don't forget to join all our socials: Facebook, X, Threads, Instagram. Join the conversations on there. Be prepared when we throw out more Ask Can Crushers, and so you can be involved. Just get involved with us. And don't forget to listen everywhere. That was a big pause, by the way, Mark. Good thing I had to swallow. Oh, God. Bad news. Don't forget to listen everywhere that we are. It is on Spotify, iTunes, iHeart, Podurama, every place that you can listen to podcasts, we are out there. And don't forget, we also have the old YouTube where you can like, subscribe, follow, and do all of that. YouTube, we aren't video. We aren't. And people have asked a couple different times, and it's time constrictions, essentially, on our part. But if you like turning YouTube on and just listening and seeing the picture that we put up there, make sure you head over to YouTube and check us out. I've paid enough bills. I'm ready to head to Germany to talk to Jacky Go. So let's do this.
Hey everybody, this is Gilbert, WWF's longest reigning light heavyweight champion, and you're listening to Can Crushers Podcast, the best guys there are out there.
And welcome back to Can Crushers, folks. You heard how excited I was in the intro to travel across the big ocean, headed over to Germany. Welcome to the show, the boss bitch babe, Jacky Go. Jacky, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am. It's freezing over here in Pennsylvania right now, like legit freezing. I'm doing well, though. I'm doing well. So before we get into the meat and the potatoes of the interview and everything, how's Germany? I know you travel back and forth. Just give us a little synopsis of everything, because you lead a hell of an interesting life. I'll tell you that.
First of all, Germany is cold too, but not freezing. Thank God. Yes. Germany is actually how you think it is. To me, the US is more home at the moment, so it felt weird coming back. I still have to adapt. But yeah, I'm back in training, back running shows and having matches. So I'm back in my job, everyday life.
That's the stinky part, right? Back at your job, because wrestling should be your job.
Kind of, yeah. But it's good to have a normal base. So
you're right.
It's both.
Wrestler, yoga teacher, does it go hand in hand?
Actually, you would not think, but wrestling and yoga has so many things in common. Like in wrestling, you play with people's emotions. And in yoga, you also influence people's emotions. You have to be some kind of, it's all about empathy, like feeling people and knowing how to work with them. And so I love it. Good. And it's about the flow in motion.
In both, again, yeah. In the ring, you have to flow with your opponent, and then in yoga as well. So I'm sure you get this question a million times, and we'll get to the main ones that I really want to ask. What's the difference of wrestling in Germany? By the way, I love your cat. What's the difference between... Oh, yeah, we are unedited. We'll talk about anything on this, so don't worry about it. What's the difference between wrestling in Germany and wrestling in the States?
It's just my perspective now, so what I've experienced. So for me, it was about, like, I went to the Fallout because I want to train with some really good people that I also have really good people in Germany, but I met some guys and I was like, I want to train there. And the training was a little different and it was helping me a lot. And it was more on the fly, more like they just trust you. They believe in you, and you just go. And that was what I missed in my training. Just go on the fly without calling or just calling in the ring, and just do get out of your fucking cat. Sorry.
Nope, you can swear. You can also swear
Okay.
too.
Get out of your fucking head. We're all in our heads, and like I've only been active in ring for a year when I first went there, and I was all in my head. Like when I forgot something in the ring, I was off. So that helped me a lot. And also, I also spent some time in Canada this year, and we only had 30 minutes from being told that we're on the show to getting ready and calling the match and stuff. And it helped a lot with improvising.
Yeah.
So that's for me that was the main difference. And you have so much more experienced girls in the States. In Germany, we have some girls that are in for like 5 or 10 years, but also many rookies. And it's always hard being a rookie working with another rookie, especially when you don't have an agent or something. And it helps working with experienced women or
Nice.
people in general. So that
Yeah.
was my main difference, but it's just what I experienced.
Right.
We also
This
have
is all
great
on your.
trainers here.
Right.
Yes.
Do you see a difference in the fans as well? Are we more assholes than people in Germany or anything like that?
I think it depends on the promotion and what kind of wrestlers they book, and what kind of audience they attract. My promotion used to be like mostly drunk students because it's a student city, and now we're half students and half wrestling fans from all over Germany, and the crowd gets really loud and not in a rude way, but in a in a good fan way. And I love that energy. Then again, you have crowds where they're just quiet. No matter what you do, they're just silence. And in the US, it's I think it's partly the same. Like I've been to shows where the crowd was really into it, and then again they were like watching or still on their phones, and
The
it depends.
disrespect. Yeah, I get it.
Yes.
All right, let's rewind a little bit. When you were little Jacky Go, who introduced you to professional wrestling? Mom, dad, Aunt Joe? I mean, Aunt Sally, Uncle Joe? Like, how'd you find this crazy sport?
I first remember watching it with my dad and my older sister. She's 8.5 years older, and she was a huge fan of The Undertaker. Um, I just remember that we beat her up the entire time.
Nice.
Yeah, and we always had to watch wrestling. Our mom just didn't care about it, but yeah, we watched it.
Did you, when you were little, did you get to go to any events when like WWE would come over or anything like that?
Not when I was a kid. Like I missed some years during childhood and puberty with wrestling. I skipped some years and I started again in puberty, and that's when I went to my first WWE event. I think it was in Munich, and yeah, it was great. It was a
Yeah.
great experience.
It gave you the feels and everything. That's when you decided, hey, I want to be a professional wrestler?
No, that was just being a fan.
Okay.
It started later, but when I got more into it, I was like thinking of, okay, there are some really strong women. Like I didn't have a female role model when I was a child. Like my mom wasn't a strong woman, so it was empowering seeing those women stand up for themselves. And that's when I just started thinking, yeah, how does it feel? How does it feel walking through the curtain and people hating on you or cheering for you? And how does it feel being strong in front of that many people? I think that's how it started.
Okay, so answer that then yourself. We'll jump all over the place. How does that make you feel now? How does that you get that empowerment right now when you walk through that curtain?
Honestly, like it feels awesome having people hating on me because that means I'm doing my job right. um, and it's just like the energy, knowing that you have such an impact on those people, you know. It's also fun being a face, but I'm 90% heel. So, but even when I was in New York and I was in a five-way with four guys, and I entered face and left heel, and at the end, some girls were still cheering for me because they were like, "Yeah, you beat up the guys." And I was like, "Okay, I'm a heel. Remain like you actually supposed not to cheer for me, but high five." It's fun. It's fun.
Do you ever, as a ring announcer and broadcaster for like locals around in Pennsylvania and stuff, do you ever get the jitters in the back right before going out and then you hit that curtain? And I'm speaking from experience. Like in the back, there's times I'm like, man, I don't want to go out there tonight. I'm just feeling down. I'm feeling bummed. You go out that curtain and it's magical, isn't it?
I sat behind the curtain, shaking, and my heart is just going nuts. So, but yeah, it's most of the times it's like, okay, you walk through the curtain and you hear the first boos, and then it's like, yeah. But
Yeah.
sometimes it's also like when you're not like when you think you might have forgotten something from your match, and you're like, yeah, hi. Let's just like Rihanna said once, pretend, girl, just pretend.
Yeah.
But it's also like, yeah, okay, I got this. I got this.
Fake
But
it till you make it, right?
yeah.
So you brought up Undertaker as one of your favorites. Can you name a couple more that you enjoyed growing up?
Many. Of course, like The Rock. He's like, I actually, when I had a dog and I named him Dwayne. It was a French bulldog, so he also, yeah. Dwayne Johnson also has a French bulldog, so yes. Then of course CM Punk, Lita, Trish, Jazz. I love those old wrestling matches from the yeah, actually it was like the first female wrestlers revolution. I love that. I also enjoyed how Stephanie McMahon evolved during the years.
Yeah.
So
She was a baby when I started watching, and now she's like, sorry, she's the boss bitch, essentially, right?
yeah. And she also influenced me, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like she was like everybody calls her you remember the $5?
Yeah.
And yeah. And I was like, okay, she doesn't mind. She's at one point she was like, okay. And that just says like whatever people call you, just don't give a damn.
Right.
And yes, and also Chris Jericho, awesome, awesome, awesome. Of course the Hardy Boys. I'm a girl, so
Oh, you have a list. Yeah, you have a list. It's
I have a long list. It's crazy. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, yeah. As a wrestling fan and everything, yes, you just have a list. It just evolves more and more.
Yes.
So tell us the story then of how you officially kind of got into training. When did you make that, have that aha moment that you're like, I'm going to go to school. I'm going to go to training. I'm going to make this my life? Because these are great stories. Was there a scenario that pushed you, or was it like, nope, I'm just a fan, I'm going?
Honestly, I started 3 times, I think, until I found a school that fit me. Um, and at some point, I had a concussion really early on, so I really started training in 2015. Yet I quit due to some personal issues. Like
Stuff.
I had
Stuff.
I had an abusive guy, and I had to quit. So like I just needed to take care of myself, and restarted training in 2021, and that's when I debuted later on. Yeah, but the moment was like I always wanted it. That's why I started, and I quit due to some guy messing with my mind, and I didn't want to have that taken away from me. You know, when you love something, you cannot have somebody else making that decision. There always was this what if, and I don't want to die with a what if, you know. So
Without regret. Yeah.
yeah, so that's like my heart was all into it, and I just wanted it, and
That's
now I'm
great.
here.
I apologize that you had that scenario, or I know you're shaking your head at me right now.
Yeah.
I feel for you because it's a douche. Sorry. So talk about your training. Like, did you go in like first day of training? Did you go in like, I got this, and did you come out very humbled? Like, oh my god, I just got beat to hell.
Second. If I remember right, like I went to, like, I started with gym, like I was a fat teenager. Um, Not fat, but pretty chubby. And when um, like, I had a change in my friends, and one of the guys got me into the gym. So at one point, I was really fit, and I was like, now I go in, and I got my ass kicked. I was like, okay. The first bumps were just awful. Seeing some stars and stuff, you know. um, but at the same time, I wanted more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted more.
It's invigorating, it just pushes you
Yeah.
to. What was the hardest thing for you to grasp in training? Was it the bumps? Was it? I tell everybody running the ropes are absolutely horrible. The times that I have to run ropes are absolutely horrible. Or was it like the psychology? Like, what was the hardest thing for you to grab onto?
My hardest thing is like remembering stuff at some point. It's better now, but first I was a lot in my head. So just
And the
listening to your
concussion.
body. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's just like the flow. It's just like making it look, not waiting for the next spot.
Yeah.
That's the hard thing, I think. Making it look a little realistic, and making it look like a fight, and not just like, okay, spot, spot. And, oh, she's not here yet. I'm waiting, and that's the hard thing. Running the ropes, it depends on the ring,
It does.
honestly. Just as the bumps. Yeah. So when you try some new stuff and it just doesn't work out the way you plan, that's also something like, okay, I once tried the 619, and I was like, I'm not getting this, but it's still on my to-do list. So
Right. Baby
yeah,
steps, right? Baby steps.
yeah.
Do you go back and watch your first match from your debut in 2021 and then 2 matches now and say, that's not even the same Jacky?
But my debut was in 2022 in December, in Rumble, um, and my first singles was in 2023 in March. Um, there's a whole lot of difference. Mostly with my confidence, and you can tell. I feel more aware of how some stuff looks. Um, I'm more confident with standing in front of that many people. And I'm also more confident being like my character has become more myself. Like you also like you take a little part of your character and make it big. I think I'm more myself in the ring now, and that makes me more confident back then. So that's yes, and I think of course like you do more. I had like 55 matches now, and I gained more experience. I've been to the US some like several times and to Canada, and
Yeah.
there's worlds apart. I still have the same jacket in my like hanging in my dressing room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there somebody that's giving you like the best advice behind the curtain that you want to give a shout out to or something, and kind of what advice was it? Because as a rookie, because listen, you're still a baby in wrestling. You just had 55 matches. Um, is there somebody that you'll go to all the time, like a confidant, and say, "Hey, will you watch that match? Will you, somebody that gives you great advice?"
I have some guys actually that I can like um when they're when some of those are in my on at the shows that we run, I always ask them like, can you help me calling the match? And then they watch it and give feedback. It's Norman Harras and Yuval Goldschmidt, for example, and also Aaron Insane watches the matches when we're at the same show, and I know that I can also send them stuff. So and I have a good coach around the corner, Joey Legend, or maybe you know him as just Joe. He's been to like he was in ECW back in the way back.
Way back, yeah, when I was,
Way back.
ECW original, yeah.
Yeah, and I can always ask him, and I also can send stuff to the guys in New York. So I have some support here. So, but always like Norman Harris and Yuval Goldschmidt are my go-tos.
Your go-tos.
Yes.
This is one of my favorite questions, and I'll pause you to answer it first because I'm going to ask you who Jacky Go is, okay? And then I'm going to give you three wrestlers who I see. This is my made up who Jacky Go is inspired by, essentially. Sasha Banks / Mercedes Moné. I see that because of the bitch attitude, the boss attitude. I get that. You do one of the best unprettiers, the Chelsea Green move. So I see Chelsea in you. And then your look instantly reminded me when we were reaching out long ago, AJ Lee. Those are the three wrestlers who I kind of have Jacky Go is. So how close am I, or did I fail miserably?
No. Like actually, I just told the guy like, okay, Chelsea Green. I kind of feel that, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know how it happened, but I love her. I love watching her, and I love her mindset.
Yeah.
Um, it's not my job to win all the time. It's my job to have the other girl go over. So absolutely, Sasha Banks. I love Sasha Banks. Or Mercedes now. Definitely an influence, yes. And of course, I think most of the girls now are influenced in some kind of way by AJ Lee. Um,
That's my cheap
yeah.
way out most of the time because AJ is just so iconic. But
Yes.
you got her look, sort of, kind of. You have sort of, kind of the look. So I'm like, oh, okay. All right, let's take a break from wrestling and let's learn what Jacky does on days off. Like, what's some nerd stuff that you love getting into? Because this is where we really get to know you.
Oh Jesus! Like I'm not lying. I'm a gym freak. I'm a gym addict. The days when I cannot go to the gym or do yoga or just move my body, they are awful. Um, like even when I'm in pain, I go to the gym because I need to move. Um, when I'm not in pain, I go to the gym because I can train. You know.
Right.
Then also, of course, yoga. I'm a yoga teacher. I love yoga. I love watching movies. So that's the
What,
nerd stuff.
what's your favorite movie?
Oh,
Or at least genre. And don't listen.
no. It's Home Alone.
Aw. It's okay. It's a good movie. And it's perfect because Christmas is right around the corner. Yada yada yada. So, how many times have you watched it this year so far?
This year maybe twice because but yeah, we're
So,
getting there again. So
what's your like style of music or anything that you like to rock? What's your playlist right now? Let's put it that way.
playlist. It's there's so many songs. I actually for working out, I love rock music. Disturbed, for example.
Yep.
But also hip hop and just motivation. Like when I'm in a good mood, hip hop. When I'm in a bad mood, Disturbed. Just to get the fuel. And otherwise, I just listen to everything. As a yoga teacher, I always listen to the yoga music or just piano or stuff like that. So it depends on the mood.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. All right, silly questions because they get ridiculous once in a while. If you could only eat one thing the rest of your life, what are you eating? By the way, everybody knows we were just audio. Jacky instantly
Yeah.
put her head down in disgust that she has to answer this question. She's like, "Oh no, Mark, why are you asking me this?" I felt it,
Food.
Jacky.
I love healthy food, but a lifestyle pizza? No.
One thing. One thing. What is it?
Jesus. Okay. Can I just say protein shakes in different flavors?
Sure.
It's
You're
drink, but it
you're
also
just
like
going liquid diets the rest of your life.
yeah, but it's also some kind of meal,
It
and
is. No
because I
shame,
cannot
Jacky.
I cannot decide on food. Honestly, I love food.
I, w- Let me my one just to answer this with you would be tacos because you can do so much with it because you can have pork tacos, you can have chicken tacos, it's a way of again messing with the
You're
system.
cheating.
I am
You're
cheating. This
cheating.
is
Yeah.
my podcast, but yes, I am very much cheating.
Okay. Then I go with wraps.
There you go. See, Jacky's now a cheater too. Jacky is
Okay.
right in line. What is your favorite thing? Since you are a foodie, like what's your favorite thing to eat? Cheat day, whatever. You're just gonna go out and eat like a ton of Twinkies or something. What's your favorite thing?
Um, Actually, it is wraps with chicken
Okay.
or pizza with chicken. So the last thing I had in the US was a buffalo chicken pizza. So
The go to. You're a world renowned traveler, but if you could pick one place to go, like what place is on your bucket list to get to? And it doesn't have to be wrestling related.
Mexico.
Yeah.
I want to go to Mexico. Yeah.
For wrestling
I
though
always
too?
actually I'm in talks for doing a yoga retreat in Mexico. So maybe that. But also, of course, if I have the chance, at least watch some wrestling, attend a show. So definitely.
Get a little lucha libre in your style, right?
I think I would make them really angry because I suck, but I love watching it.
What is something you wish you knew 10 years ago?
Okay, that's a deep one.
It
Um,
is. Yeah, I keep it jokingly, and then I slap you across the face with a deep
mm,
one.
okay. About 10 years ago, um, a promoter back then, told me only those who talk can receive help, and
Wow.
I wish I would have known what he meant back then.
That just hit
That
me.
would have saved me a lot of trouble.
Wow, that
Always
it makes
speak up.
perfect sense. Yeah,
Always speak up.
I love that.
And that today is my thing. Like if you if there's something wrong, talk.
Yeah. In life, in wrestling, in anything, communicate.
Definitely. In the locker room or at home, talk.
Yeah. What last silly question, and it's really not silly as well, but if you could pick three people to go to dinner with, dead or alive, who would you pick and why on each person?
Ooh. Ooh. That's also really hard. Bret Hart, I
Okay.
think. um, it doesn't have to be wrestling, right?
No, it doesn't have to be wrestling.
But it's also not easy.
It's not.
um,
Is it?
oh, who would you pick?
Well, my mom passed 5 years ago, so I would take my mom for sure. Um, I would probably take Dusty Rhodes because I'm a huge Dusty fan. And then you said Brett. I'm taking Owen.
Okay, I need a girl in here. Like we need girls talk. So I'll just add Chasey Storm.
Oh,
She's fun.
yeah. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
great one.
she's awesome.
Last hard question. Okay. And then we'll get back to some of your career and stuff. Wrestling continues to evolve for the good, the bad, the ugly sometimes. If you had a magic wand, like what would you eliminate from wrestling? Because it's still, I don't know as much in Germany, but when you come to the States, there's still a stigma about it that it's circus sometimes or this or that. But what kind of stuff would you eliminate from wrestling? And it could be anything.
Like in front of, like backstage or in front of what the people see.
Either or, because some people have answered this, the drama in the locker room, the boys club of wrestling, um the gender issues,
Mhm.
the women issue, anything,
Okay,
because it gets
I
toxic.
would. Yeah, I would definitely eliminate the toxic stuff. Um, um, I would eliminate those guys that like they haven't accomplished much in real life, only have wrestling and think that's why they are great and everybody wants to be with them and that's how they behave. Treat you like um also the I'm so against those people like the couples where he's great and she's not, but you have to book her to get him, or the other way around. That just sucks. In ring, I'm not a fan of um, making it look all fake. And when it's too like the forks and stuff, I'm not a fan of that. You can have tables, ladders, chairs, all that, but some stuff is just a little too wild for my taste. So yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I completely agree. All right, shifting back to your career and everything, what is, as of right now, you brought up 55 matches. What is the match that, you want to talk about? The one that you're like, yes, this is what's made me thus far. What is your shining moment? Winning a belt, winning, anything. Greatest accomplishment, I guess.
Actually, it was the match at our promotion here in September. It was a tag match with Reka, and it was against Venom and Violence, Kelsey Reagan and Devlin. And the crowd went just nuts. Like it was such a loud crowd, and I loved the energy of it. Kelsey and Devlin were both like, okay, we didn't expect them to get that loud. And I was like, yeah, I told you. And it was just like that moment, and um, Kelsey posted a story with from their victory, and how they got standing ovations. The people were they were all in, and that was just insane. And I was there, like I knew of my mistakes in the match, but it didn't matter at that moment. Like that's something you work on later, and it was just like, wow, okay. They're having a really good time, and that's awesome. Yeah.
Awesome. So when are you coming back to the States? That's question one going forward.
I never wanted to leave.
Touche.
Like that's a heartbreaking question, because like I've been to the States this year twice within the last like complete year, 3 times, and in Canada. And whenever I'm in New York, I just don't want to leave. Like I'm always like, can you just kidnap me? And um, I will come back as soon as I can for longer. So I'm working and earning money to make it longer.
Nice. So stay tuned. Once we go over Jacky's, excuse me, socials and everything, make sure you follow her. Plus, they'll be tagged and everything. So make sure she gets back over to the States, because one, I need, knowing that you're only in New York, which is essentially I can make that in like 6 hours or whatever. Got to see some of your stuff live. But what are your goals for 2025 now? Expand to come back over, get more matches over there. I know I'm beating the dead horse with getting over here again, Jackie. I understand. You keep looking at me like, Mark, shut up. But goals for 2025 for Jacky Go.
But definitely going back to the States, but not only New York, also like I've been to Cheeseburger's place and stuff, so it's okay. I do Jersey too, so
Right, yeah.
Then of course Mexico and Canada again, definitely. And also more in Europe, more European countries promotions. But I would love to get a job in the States, because I really want to live there. So like just moving there would be the best thing for me. Um, like I know many people say that you're in Germany, you're in a good place, but New York just feels like home. So, and also the Fallout is just like I stand there and I just don't want to leave. So yeah, it just feels right. So that's my goal. Travel and
we just need to get you over here. Get you over here, stay, get you a job, and just boom. Jacky's an American instantly. Then boom, right?
I'm an American by heart.
Right. Favorite question of all, your dream match. Who do you want it against? Where do you want it? And what stipulation? It can be, it's dream. So it could be somebody past or somebody now, whatever.
Of course, girls like Lita and Trish. I think they get um, they are every girl's dream match at some point. Rhea Ripley, of course. From the most current girls that I know, it's Ava Everett or Chasey Storm. Um,
Okay.
yeah, that's basically it.
Do you have a special stipulation you would want in any of those matches? Do you have a favorite stipulation? Let me put it that way.
Just make it no DQ. I'm not into that cage stuff, but no DQ is great.
Okay, no DQ. And where? That's the last one. Do you want it? Listen, do you want it in New York? Do you want it in Germany? Do you want it in Mexico? Do you want it like a special place that you've never been for the first time? You and Lita, let's just book this one. You and Lita,
Okay.
where are you and Lita having a match?
In New York.
In New York, Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Okay,
Of
deal.
course.
All right, this is your time. Tell us where you're going to be over there. We get listens in Germany too, so tell everybody where you're going to be. You know what you're doing here in the near future. Shout out your socials so everybody can follow you that isn't right now, and shame on you. But yeah, what's going on here in the next couple months?
In November, I'll be in Schiffweiler here in Germany, Championship of Wrestling, COW. And my promotion has a show on December 14th, Winter Awakening. It's Central Wrestling Germany. And I'm looking forward to this one. I'm the champ,
Right.
so maybe I got some special surprises. Um, always look, always check Project Nova, and always check Fightback. You never know what you see.
Okay. And do you want to give out your socials for everybody? I mean, we'll tag them in it as well, but do you want to make sure everybody knows what they are?
Yeah, on Facebook it's Jacky Go, and on Instagram it's That's Not My Name 2022.
Can we ask why? See, it was a setup question. Why did you pick that?
It's a stupid reason, but I moved for job reasons and changed the school, and I had two Instagram accounts for a while. I still do have both, and it was just like, okay, let's just pretend they won't figure out that that's me, and I picked it. It was just like the song came in the radio, and I was like, okay, that's my name now. That's not my name. Okay. And 2022 is just the year when I had to move for job reasons. So it's yeah.
It's good. It's good. I love it.
Let's just pretend they won't realize that. Okay.
Yeah, then nobody will know that. You didn't
No.
tell the world right now or anything, so you're good. Jacky, did I miss anything that you wanna bring up and chat about? Is there anything that you just want to announce right now?
Oh, announce. Always expect the unexpected. Maybe for all the wrestlers, play with people's emotion inside the ring, not outside. That's a deep one. Um,
That hits, yeah.
and, ooh. Wherever you get stuck in life, just know that life goes on, and you'll make it. Cool.
Jacky,
And
can you be my therapist from now on? Can
no,
we just
no. And announce, yeah, I'll be back. Just for the US, guys, I'll be back.
Nice. Again, thank you so much, Jacky, for stopping by. This has been a blast.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hey, everybody, this is Cherry. You're listening to Can Crushers Podcast. I hope you enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Jacky Go. I love that conversation. First off and foremost, this is making me change my mind. Maybe we need to get more on YouTube because the cat was awesome for the start of the show for a little bit. I love seeing cats. Listen, when we do all this stuff and we kind of invite the wrestlers into our studio and in that, it's just we make them welcoming. So we're like, don't get ring gear, don't do this, don't do that. Just feel free. And I love when they're living at home. And, you would see my dogs all the time come bebopping through, or Jenks's dogs on the weekly show. But it's just, it makes them feel homey. So to see Jacky's cat come bebopping in, that was a note I put off right on the bat because it was just, it's good. It's comfortable. But wrestling related, wrestling's the same. I know that sounds silly to say that, but I love how wrestling across the board is essentially, you have the times it's yay, you have the times people just sit. Sometimes it's really cool. I love the stories about Jacky talking about her training and, the shout outs that she had and all of that, but it's just fun. It really is. So Jacky, thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for, we switched schedules around and made this rock and roll. And I really can't wait. Ladies and gentlemen, call to action. Let's get Jacky Go back to the United States. Let's just keep asking promoters. You guys know them. Hey, let's get her back over here. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's send Jacky some money so she can come back. That's me. Let's just bring her back, because if you see clips of her online and you see stuff that she does, she's phenomenal. So Jacky back in the United States, get her rock and rolling over here, because listen, she loves America, and as much as she's a heel, American learned to love Jacky Go. Guys, this was a blast. This was awesome. This was awesome to return the spotlight with Jacky Go. I've been holding it for a while, and I'm so excited because let's rock and roll. 2025 is right around the corner, and we can do so much here on Can Crushers. Remember, just because you're trash doesn't mean you can't do great things. It's called a garbage can, not a garbage cannot. Make sure you tell your loved ones you love them, because you never know.